discuss about the classes. So the classes is same thing. When you create a class, by default it is a constructor is created, the class constructor. By calling a class constructor, so you are going to be create a n number of objects. So that is we have discussed in the last session. So next we are going to be discussing the inheritance. What is the inheritance? uh, Acquiring the properties of from the parent to the child, or a higher to the lower, like that. So that is called a inheritance. Okay, so inheritance is a taking the behavioral, or what you can say. Okay, so so as a class name, so inheritance in the sense, so acquiring the properties of acquiring the properties of a one class to the another class. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed about what is a class. So class is the one thing which can store the so objects and the states here. So here by default constructor is created. Then we are going to be call the constructor here by passing the constructor object. So here we are passing the two parameters, and so here it is a car is in a acting as a constructor, and this is an object. By object name and a property name we are going to be access this values. Okay, so next we are going with the index 20.html. Okay, so index 20.html. So just we want to type a document. So basic code snippet of html. So h2. Why it is taking time itself? So it is going to be initialize the packages. See, I have using the tab 9 AI tool. So this is it is going to be installed. Sorry, not install, initiate. Okay, the h2. So here the inheritance. Okay, so what is the inheritance? Acquiring a properties of a one class to the another class, or inheritance means, so so here it is there. Inheritance means what? So it is going to be what you can see, taking the properties of one class to another class. Simple. I will show you one diagram here. Not here. Okay. Okay. So here it is a one I will take. So this is your parent, and this is a child. So inheritance means we are going to be inherit genes from the your parent to the child. So that is called the inheritance. So just 1 minute. Okay. So inheritance means, so we are going to be acquiring the properties. What is a property? Genes, like that. Okay. So what is a genes like? Always, all we are going to be inherit genes from our parents. So being as a child, the it is going to be inherited genes like color, skin color, height, weight, and some biological things. So all are inheriting from the parent to the child. So that is called a inheritance. Okay. So now, just I want to explain that one, but it is not. If you want, you can just go through by yourself. So here it is in the official website. Also, it is there. If I just go here, bitstreamio.com tutorial. So inheritance in the sense like acquiring the properties of from the parent to the child is there. Yeah, so here it is there. I don't want to go much here, so just have a look on this one because we are not using in the JavaScript more oftenly, but anyhow you should have an idea. The next major thing is async. This is very important. So throughout your application is standing on this inheritance. Sorry, async and await. Okay, the first concept we are going to be discuss is a JS callback. Okay, what is a JS callback? Just I will give an example. F- See, here it is a one person is there, okay, and here is a one more person is there. So he is the person. Okay, let's say his person name is A. Okay, he is the person name is a B. Okay, so you are going to be ask a pen for him. Okay, so you are going to be ask a pen for him. So here you don't he don't have a pen. He is going to be asked for one more person that is called a C. So this calling a function, asking a pen. Okay, so this is called a callback. So it is calling to here and enter one more call it is happening. Okay, so what is the callback in the sense? What is the callback? Just initiate. See, callback is a function passed as an argument to the another function. I will just remove this one. I will just add a callback is a function passed as an argument to the another function. See, this is a let's say this is the one function and this is a one more function. So I am calling this function for some output or some program, but internally it is calling a one more function that is called a callback. Okay, so that is we are going to be discussed here. Okay, just I want to write down an example. So just I will take a okay. I will tell one more thing. How the program will be executed. You have a function one. So here you have a function one, and here you have a function two. So how it will be executed? Always program will be executed line by line execution. So that is a standard behavior. But we are going to be discussed here. So I will call a first function and display one open close bracket. So this is my function. So this is a display one, and I want to take a one more function is a display my data. I will take a one more function. This is a my first function. So this is a my first function, and I want to call the function display to open close brace bracket, and same function I will use control V bracket. This is my second function. Okay, so display 1, display 2 is there, and I want to call the, this is also one method is there. So that is, I want to call a at the top. So here what happens, function, so this is my display, display my data is my function here, and open close brace. So this is a function name. This is a called a function calling, and this is called a function defining. So here we have defined the function name, and we are calling a function, and this is called a parameter. Okay, so my display data here is there, and everywhere it is passing a data. Here I will pass a one reference variable. Okay, so then I will use a document dot get element by id. Okay, so get element by id is a demo, then dot inner html equals to, that is x, because we are passing a x. First we'll understand the code, then I want to see this, all three are called a function defining. Then we need to call the function. First what I will do, I will call the my display one function, display one bracket, display two bracket. So here what happens, function display data document dot get element by id demo. So function display one, function display two, display data. So this is how it is. First how it will be exist. First I will run this one. Right click, open with the live server, and it will not print the output. Why? Because so we are displaying the data, but it has to be print here. So for that, h1 hash demo, enter, control s. If I just go here, so this is my second function. What is happening here? I will just go for the pictorial representation. Okay, so here I will make a two slides here. This is one. Okay, so here I will take this Excel graph. The first is a, this is a function one. Okay, that is a function one, and display 2 is a function 2, and we have a my display is a one more function, so that is a my display is here. So what is happening, once a program is running, first it will go through all those things, it will read all those things, but actual call will be happened here. So this is called a display 1. So this is a display 1, and display 2, and my display. Okay, so these three methods are there. Okay, so first what happens, so it will come here, so it will call the first function. What is that called? A display function. So it will come here display one, because this is the first function, and internally it is calling a one more function. See, in the display one we have a function called a display data. So from here it is calling the display data function. Clear? First it is called a display one, and it will come here, and internally it will call the one more function that is called a display data. Where is the display data? Display data is here. So then what is the x? So this is the value it is passed here. What is the, this is the my first function, it is passed here, and it is going to be print first. But here output is a second function is there. So first it will call this display one function, and it will come here, and internally it is called one more method display my data, where it is called, so where it is defined here, it is this my display data, and he is passing a x. So this value is stored into an x variable document dot get element by id demo in the HTML. The x value is uh, this one. Okay, the x value is uh, the first. So it is going to be go for the first function, and this will be executed. So again I will tell, first it will come for the display one, and it will call here, and internally it will call here. So this is the display data, then it is passing this is my first function here, and this document.getElement by demo inner HTML it will come. Again immediately it will be, so it will be happened in the within a fraction of second. Again here it will call for the my display 2. So again my display 2 is come here. Again it will call the display data, and it will pass the this value. My display data is the function name, this is the here, and the x is replaced with this is my second function document.getElement by id demo in HTML x. So the x value is attached to here. Okay, so here what happens, that is why it is printing this is my second function. Why? So my display is the recent function it is called. So if you want to replace here, I will just control x. I will call the first my display 2, and I will call here. So what happens here, it will come here, it will call the my display 2, my display 2, and my display data, this value is dumped here, that is attached to here. Then it will return to here, then it will call the display one data, display data, this is my first function, and it is coming here. So this is how it is printing. Okay, so this is called a callback function. What is a callback function? I am calling a function one. Okay, so here the function call is happening here. So this is the f1 function one, and this is the function two. Once I call the once I call the f1 function, and it will come here. So internally display one it is calling the display data function. Once I call the f2 function, so f2 function internally it is calling the display data. So this is called a callback. Okay, calling a one function internally it is calling a one more function, that is called a callback. Means it is written again. What happens? It will return to display data to here. So this is called a callback. Okay, so this is called a what we can say uh, the callback. One moment. Yes, yes, Rakesh. Yes, exactly. Uh, okay. N number of functions you want to display. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, N number of functions you have 100 functions. Yeah, 10. So that time you need to call one more function. What is that one? The function self call bracket open close brace. Sorry, control X. You have a functions 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 function. So here I will internally, once it will run here, I will call this self-calling. This is called a self-calling function, you can say. So it will call one function. You have a 10 or 100, it is going to be called like this. So is it you are expecting like this? Yeah. So this is a self-calling function. So again, then again it will call. Again, it is a callback only. Self-calling function. It will call this function and it will call display to and display one. Okay. So this is called the callback function. So if you want to see whether it is calling or not, so if you just add a one window dot alert of bracket self call. I will just remove this one. Control S. Uh, where it is. I will just okay. So just I will just go here. See here, the self call is calling here. See, this is my first function. If you reload means, see nothing is loaded here. So first it is calling a self call method. Self call itself it is going to be called the window dot alert self call function. So here it is a self call function is here. After that, then display 2 it is going to be called. So this is my second function and display 1 this is a my first function. So here it is a this is my first function it is there. Got it? Huh. Okay. Oh. Huh. See. Huh. See here what happens. X is the common thing. It is going to be replaced with the display 1, display 2. So first it is going to be called the display 2 and it will come here. So what happening here? Display 2, it will come here, display data. So the X will be stored with the, this is the second function. So again immediately it is calling the display 1, again display data. Your X will be replaced with the, this is my first data. Okay, so here document dot get element by id. So if you want to print means so if you want to display means you have to use the two methods. Okay, so we are achieving the callback function. If you want to see window dot alert, window dot alert, see this is my second function and this is my first function. Okay, but why it is displaying this one only the recent one means we are using a same function name. If you want to display the both the two means if you have to change the I will just copy whole thing control C as per if you want to display both the data display data yeah yeah if you call okay X and you need to change the method as well. I will just change the display data here and display data one is here and instead of document dot this one, document dot write of x. See here, this is a my second function, this is a my first function. So I will just use a br control C, control V, control S. See, this is my second function, this is the first function. I will just remove this. Okay, so as we are expecting, so first what happens, it will call the self call function and it will come here self call function. It will go for the display to method. So it will come for the display to and display my data is a one more call. This is called a callback. It is going to be call here and it is coming back here. So this is my second function. It is stored into an X. See, this X and this X is not same. I mean to say, as the name is same, the value is different. So my display data here it is acting as a one variable. My display my data one is acting as a x value x. But this x value is different because my display data is storing this value. So this x and my display data one x is storing this value. So like that, display data to display one, it is going to be print the output. So this is the how we are going to be print the output. Okay, so next we are going with the next concept is called asynchronous. So what is the asynchronous? If I just say I am doing two operations here. Let's say we have two things: printing the paper. You have a system, you have a 10 pages to be printed. Okay, you have given a print for a 10 pages, and meanwhile you were watching the YouTube video. So you were watching the YouTube video. So there are two tasks are there. Okay, so how it is happening? So it is happening simultaneously or called the parallelly. So it feels like that. So it will tell like that. Okay, if you given a print means so this job is allocated and it is printing. Immediately it is telling that it is the video also played and it is also initiated and it will come. So this is called a asynchronous. Okay, what is this one? The functions running in a parallel with the other functions are called a asynchronous. See, running parallelly. Okay, so just I want to give an example. Uh, yeah. So there is a one timer function will come, so you will get to know. So first I want to take a one function name. So sorry, first I will take a one file index 21.html document control s. So then h2 the async or asynchronous. Okay, the first I want to call the script tag. So then I want to first I will call a one function. What is the function? I want to call the one function my calculator, and I want to pass the two parameters. Just a minute. Okay, so I want to pass the two parameters calculated. The first one is I need to pass the two parameter something 10 comma 20. Okay, so then I will call the method and I will call a one more function. So display data. Okay, so I am calling a my calculator and passing a two parameters, and I am calling a one more method display data. So then I will, so this is called a function calling. Then I want to define the function. So function, what is my function? My calculator is a function bracket and open close brace, and so I will take a num1 comma num2, and we are calling the my callback. Okay, so this is the function calling and this is the function defined. So num1 num2 and my callback is here. So my calculator is my function. Num1 is replaced with a 10, num2 is replaced with 20. Display data is a one more my callback function we have defined here. So here what happens, I will take a let x equals to num1 plus num2, and I want to pass the value with the my callback. What is the my callback? So my callback is a display data. What is the value I want to pass? The 2. So that is a x num1 num1 num2. Okay, then I need to call this callback function here. Function, this is my display data is method, open close brace. Then I need to pass the x or x value or anything. So document dot get element by id of demo dot inner html equals to what is the value I am passing here? That is the x. That's x is coming here. So how it is executing? Once the program is running, it is calling the my calculator. So my calculator, it is passing a num1 is 20, 10, num20, and it is calling the my callback display data. Let x equals to num1 and num2. So num1 is 10, num2 is 20. So that is a 10 plus 20, 30. The x is containing a 30. So here it is a 30 value is there. So x is variable, the value is 30. Okay, then it will come here and it is going call for the my display data with the x value. So what is the x value containing? So here 10 plus 20, 30. The 30 is displayed here with the demo. So that is the h1 hash demo. Control S, right click, open with a live server. See here, the 30 is there. So now we are going to be discuss about this function. So asynchronous means, so it is telling that okay, what is the simple asynchronous means? So you have a two tasks running parallelly means it will initiate and it will tell wait for us some time. Okay, then I will finish this one and I will come back. Okay, if somebody asks like that, okay, you are writing a program and suddenly you will tell like that, okay, if someone is asked, give me a pen, then you tell that, okay, you will hold for your keyboard typing and you are taking a pen and it is giving, and again you are starting at typing the code. So this is called a asynchronous function. Just I will explain with one more example. So that is the timer function. Okay, how? So set timeout bracket call me is a one method or a function So after 3000 millisecond, so function call me. Okay, so here document dot write of, it is display in after 3000 milliseconds. Control S. So if I just go here, see, I will just reload it. See, it is not displaying anything. After 3000 millisecond, it is going to be print this one. Again, I will load here. So it is not displaying anything here. After 1000 millisecond, sorry, 3000 millisecond, it is there. So I will just use a little bit bold text. See, it is displaying after 3000 millisecond. Initially, the async 30 is there. So after 3000 millisecond, it is there. If you want to little bit late, so if we just change, sorry, 5000 millisecond. So it will print after 1000 millisecond. See here, what is happening here? So it is going to be called once your program is started, and it will call the immediately set timeout function. But this set timeout function is immediately called, and it will call the call me function, but until completion of a 5000 millisecond. It means set timeout, it is holding the function call, that the call me, for a 5000 millisecond. After 5000 millisecond, and this function will be called, and it is going to be print this one. So this is called a async and await. Sorry, call me, sorry, set timeout. So I will just explain. The first, what happens once the program is running, so it is calling a, what is that one, the set timeout function. Okay, so this set timeout function, it is calling internally, it has to be called the one more function. What is that one more function? That is the call me. Okay, so that is the call me function. Okay, what is that the call me function? The call me function, internally it is calling the one more function. Sorry, it is calling here, and it is the function is defined. Then it is going to print this one. But it will not happening immediately. It is happening after 5000 millisecond. Okay, so here what happens? So if you given a print for the printer with your desktop or laptop, and if you're doing a one more thing, if you want to scan, if you want to scan this one, scan copy is doing. So if you print is initiated, and you are telling that you have to uh, wait for a 5000 millisecond, I will complete and I will come back. It means it will be happening in the fraction seconds. So if you see here, it is printing like if task is happening means, then it is happening simultaneously. But if you feel like that, okay, all the tasks are executing at one time, because so it is simultaneously running, but one process should be executed at a time only, but execution will be happened simultaneously. So it is happening very fast. You feel like that, okay, all the programs done at a one execution only. No, because obviously it has to be called one by one, right? Set timeout, and it is to be called after 5000 milliseconds. So it has to be wait for a 5000 milliseconds. Okay. So this is called a, what you can say, set timeout function. So that is called a async and await. The next is what a JavaScript promises. So there are a, what we have learned. We learned about the callback. Okay. So what is the callback? So we have a function 1 and function 2. Okay, so in the function, so we are calling the, let's say this is the function, sorry, let's say this is the function a and this is the function b. Okay, so we are calling a function a here. Okay, we have called a function, and in the a we are calling the function b. Okay, and after completion of whatever the operations, and it is coming here from here. So this is called a callback. So you are calling a function a, in the inside a function a we are calling a function b. So this is called a callback. After execution of this program, it is coming back here. So this is called a callback. Then asynchronous means, so asynchronous means simultaneously we are running the programs. Just one example is like that. So you are going to be call the set timeout function and a call me function also. Two functions you are calling. Set timeout, it is a JavaScript built-in function, and call me is our custom defined function. So both the functions are calling simultaneously, but one by one. First it is called a set timeout function, and immediately it should be called, but it is telling that wait for 5000 milliseconds, and it will call the call me function. Got it? So the next is will be promises. What is the promises in the sense? So I will explain here. There are two codes are there: producing code and a consumer code. What is a producer code? Let's say A is a, sorry, the A is a producer code and a B is a consumer. A is a producer code means he has a n number of lines of a code, so that is a producing code, and a B is a consumer. Whatever the lines you have written, so that is written to the consumer. Okay, so just I will explain. Okay, just assume that okay, this is the producer code and the consumer code. So this is called a promise. So what is promise is happening here? He is going to be tell the promisingly I am going to be give you. So that is called a JavaScript promise. So just I will explain one example. So the first I will take a promise. Okay, so here let x equals to new promise. Okay, so my resolve comma my reject. So in the promise there are two functions. Whether it is success, it is calling a my resolve. Whether it is failure, it is calling a failure. Okay. So now here what happens? This one in the promise we are going to be call the function here. Function open close brace, open close brace here. So that is the two states are called my resolve and my resurrect. Okay, when should be my resolve and my reset will come? So any condition. So for that, I want to take a let x equals to 0. I have taken a one x variable assigned as 0. So that is clear. If x open close brace, what is this one? If x x double equals to 0, if is x is equals to, I am telling that if x is equals to 0, yes, the x value is 0 and I am comparing value is 0 also. So now here what happens? my resolve. So when the status is okay, so it will call the, see, when the if condition is true, it is calling the my resolve function, or else open close brace my reject something error. Okay, so now we are going to be called the my promise. So here we have defined the promise, right? So where is okay, so this is a I will dot this is the my one object. So then here what I will do, x dot then, so my promise or a dot, then you can give any name, and we are going to be pass the two functions here. What are those two functions? The function, sorry, see, this is the x dot then, and function, sorry, bracket value, and so we are calling up one more function, my display, bracket, then we need to pass the value. So when the function is in the success, okay, so same thing we need to display for the what is called a function, bracket, open close brace, the value is a error, my display, okay. So this is the two functions. Then we need to call the my display function. So here I will call the function my display, open close brace, document dot write off, the first will add a br tag, the promise display is plus x. So where is the x is coming? Here it is the x is coming. So control S will go here. What is the output? The promise display is okay. What is happening here? So once it will come here, what happens here? It will come to here, where let x equals to new promise. So it is going to be create a one call objects. So here we are having a two functions. In the promise we are calling a two function. The my resolve when it is a success, my reject is when it is a failure. So when the success and failure will be defined. So for that I had given one condition. I have declared a one more variable. Okay. So what is this variable? This variable is a zero assigned here, and is zero is 0 and 0 is equal, yes, obviously. So then it will my resolve it will call. So my resolve means so function value, so it is calling my display value. So this is my resolve value will be replaced with the my display, so that value it is printing here. So I will just use a x equals to 10, but I am comparing a 0. If I control s, so it has to be showing a error. What happening here, it will come here, and promise function my response and my result. So I have declared one variable x equal to 10, but x equals to 0 I am comparing. So that's why it will not execute this piece of a code or this block. Directly it will come for the my reject. So my reject it is going to be here my display. the error. So here it will come the value here document.get document.write. So the promise display is X. So this is how it is going to be print. Okay, and one more last concept is there, JavaScript async and await. Okay, what is an async and await? Async and await is a almost all same as a promise only. There is a two keywords will be there. So promise means what? Here one function is there. Here is a one more function is there. So promise means what? So here it is going to be give the some task. But if you want to do more functions, so you are going to be call one more concept called asynchronous. What is asynchronous? So simultaneously it is calling a function. So that is why asynchronous function. And here one more method, one more thing we were using the await. So this is the async function is there. Then we are passing the await. Okay. So how it will be? So here this is called a, we can say, producer, and this is called a consumer. Okay, so this is a producer. What is a real-time example? So you might see in the relay games. So here is a person one and here is a person two. He is holding a some stick. So he is running continuously to give the stick. And once he will reach and he will give the stick and you are going to be around like this. So that is the relation. So this is called a producer code and this is called a consumer code. Okay, so this is called a async is, this is called left side async and this is called a await. So what does it mean? Await means until he will give the a command to the execute, so you have to wait. So that is called a async and await. Okay, so that is a async and await. So that is a, we are going to be discuss more on that one the next session as well. So today I think it is more enough. So what and all we have discussed, the first one we have discussed is a callback function. What is a callback function? So here it is having a one function. Okay, function A, function B, function C. So first what I have called, I have called a, sorry, I have called a function A. Okay, that function is called internally, the function A is calling a function B. Okay, so and function, this is the function B, this is the, see, this is the function calling, this is the function defining A function, B function, C function. So internally B function, it is calling a function C, so then it will come here. And what happened, I have called a function is run, internally it will call the B, and a B internally it is calling C. So it will execute whatever the calculator or whatever the function, and it will come back here. From here it will come a execution, and here it will come back here, and it will execute and it will print it. So calling a function and passing as a parameter to the other function, that is called a callback function. The next is a async and await. So you have a two functions. So not async and await, asynchronous function. What is the asynchronous function? So you are going to be print the page here, and you are playing a YouTube videos or something like that. So here what happens? Once you playing giving a printer and it is going telling that, so wait for, I will go here and I will initiate task and I will come back. So here what happens? It is keep on running and it will go for here and it will finish and it will come here. So this is called a parallelly running the program. The next is what a JavaScript promises. What is a JavaScript promises? So there are two codes are there. One is producer code, consumer code. So producer code, it is going to be produce the code, and so consumer code has to be consume this one. So here it is a producer code and this is a consumer code. So producer code, it is going to be produce the code and here it is consuming and it will come here. So same thing is async and await is same thing. So here we are calling the async and this is here it is calling the await. Okay, so this is called a this is called a asynchronous, and this is called a await call. Okay, async and a await. So here what happens, the A and the C is there. Sorry, asynchronous and this is called a producer and consumer. Same thing, async and await. This is called async function, this is the await function. So what does it mean? So until producer code has to be produced, so the consumer has to wait for the producer code. This is called a async and await. So that's it. Okay, so few more topics are there, so I will finish by taking another 10 minutes, because by tomorrow onwards we are going to be initiator React.js. The next thing will come for the DOM. What is a DOM? So we have seen many times here DOM. So this is the document is. What is this? And if you have seen here, where is this one? Or else you've seen here, document.get element by ID. What is this? Yes, I will explain this one. So whenever you run the program in the browser, automatically browser will create a DOM object. So how it looks? So if you go for the right click and inspect and go for the console, if you just see the type a document. So if you just see the first the small letter, then hit enter. So document, what it will do, it will create a one object tree. So what is your tree? HTML start, header tag, body start tag, and all. So it is going to be combine your HTML page and make as an one document, that is called a document. So then why we need this one? So this is a document that contains all your HTML page and everything. So if you want to do manipulate, so then you need a document. Let's say uh, document dot title. What is the title? So something 127, it is a dot dot is there. So what I will do, I will change the document dot title equals to welcome to JS. See here it is changed right at the top of the browser, welcome to JS. So document dot title welcome to JS. So this is how it is printing. Okay, so this is the how we are going to be print. So like that we have a document. So now document is what? Document is an object. Then we have a some method. So that is most popular method is a get element by ID. Sorry, get element by ID. Okay. So this is we are using. Okay. Then inner HTML is a property name, and this is the value. So document is an object, get element by ID is a method. It is going to be a print. Okay, these are all the methods. How many methods? If you just print a document, write a document and put the dot. See, if you want to find the location of this page, see here, location is the DOM state line href 127 0.0.w index 21.html. Original is this one. Protocol is HTTP 127.0.0.1550. So this is how it is going to be fetched like this. Document dot so like that we have a so many, these are all the methods. Okay, so you can use how you want to see fonts. If you want to see the document fonts, so these are all the different types of fonts and all it is there. I have to just go through it. So that is called a document. So in the interview, they will ask her what is a DOM. So DOM is a document object module. So it is created by the browser itself when the program is loaded. If your answer means that is called a DOM is over. And the next will come BOM. So BOM is what? A browser object module. Okay, so this is called a DOM and this is called a BOM. What is a browser object model? If you want to do any something alert or something pop up and everything, so you have to do window related activity. You are going to be go with the bomb. So how? So we already seen here how. If I just see here, this is a window object, window dot alert bracket. This is a bomb object. Control S. If I just open browser, what is the page name? Okay, I'll just cut it. I will add the control here, control S. See here. So this is a bomb object. Got it. So this is how it is going to be. So BOM means browser object model. Just understand the DOM means document object model. So who is created? When the program is running or a web page running in the browser, automatically BOM is created. Sorry, DOM is created. And the BOM is the browser object model. Who is given? So it is given by the browser itself. So you are going to be do the something window.alert and everything you are going to be see the any alert related it is going to be warm. Okay, the next will come the JSON. Okay, what is the JSON? So JSON is a JavaScript object notation. So we already discussed it in the last session. So there are two methods as there: JSON stringify and a JSON dot parse method. You just go through the internet, you will get the this one method. Or else if you just go here, JSON dot stringify, this is a one method, and a JSON dot parse is a one more method. You just remember in the JSON section. Okay, so if you have this much idea means it's more enough. So there is a one more concept will come, Ajax, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Okay, so this four important thing is there. If you want to learn, if you just refer our website, so you will get all the data. So you no need to go for all those things because already we have covered what is a JSON, what is a Ajax, what is a bomb, what is the DOM. So if you know this is a async. Okay, so this is where you will get all the answers. Okay, so today we have finished almost all JavaScript. So tomorrow onwards we might